Uh, Good day, everybody. It's Nathaniel Evans, one of the hosts of I'm the Data podcast, talking about leadership, spirituality, different forms of recreating ourselves in the world. So, we have so many different tactics to do that. So, this is what we're about. So, I introduced my co-host, Gina Muhammad, and she'll tell you all about herself. I'm trying to set myself up. Go ahead, guys. Do what I got to do.
Peace and blessings, everyone. I am Jeannie Muhammad, your global happiness expert. I have dedicated my life to empowering and inspiring women to overcome the challenges and the traumas that they have faced in their lives, or they're still facing things that they're still going through. And through my podcasts, my writings, my speaking, my blogging, I'm all about empowering and inspiring. And I strive to always focus on being humble. I love to wake up in the morning with that one thing on my mind, being thankful for the air that I'm breathing, being thankful for my life, being thankful for the people in my life, just recognizing how blessed I am to just be among the living. I'm thankful for this show. I'm thankful for being able to be here. It was a struggle getting here and being here today. And we have a wonderful topic because do intentions matter? And I was given a beautiful example of that just in us being here, because my intentions were one thing, and then but what about intentions? And before I get into this, is there anything else you wanted to say, Nathaniel? Because I wanted to get into just really us talking about and understanding exactly how much intentions matter.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, all right. Okay, intentions. We look at the meaning of intentions. You have an aim and you have a plan for something, and you intend for it to happen. That's on a physical level, about when we plan something. And I will use today as an example, since it's just happened. And I'm sure that Nathaniel does not mind me sharing the fact that we had a communication breakdown. And because we did have a communication breakdown, what I had planned and what he had planned, everything was just thrown kind of off kilter.
Jeannie was avoiding me, guys. Jeannie, sometimes she does that. You know what I'm saying? She just straight avoiding me, guys. You know what I mean? She got so much going on. She writing all these different books. You know what I'm saying? She got mad different people in the community tagging on her. You understand she's the happiness lady. So as she going through the land, she got to be smiling and stuff and touching people and saying blessings. Hope you have an amazing day and things of that nature. So it's a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Nathaniel, for understanding. You're saying it facetiously, but it is so true. Sometimes a happiness coach,
It's not good. It's not
it's
good.
not an easy life.
You can't even get across the street. You can't even get 10-minute walk is like an hour.
You got it, Nathaniel. You got it. You got it. Uh, and
Hey everybody, how you doing? Hey, it's going.
everyone, Nathaniel is he's laughing, but it is so true.
God.
You understand, don't
Yeah.
you, Nathaniel? You understand.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because that's the So basically, what you're experiencing is basically the opposite side of intentions, right? So when we actually go out into the world and we actually set ourselves on a particular goal, a particular purpose or a particular vision, we don't envision the other side of the coin, right? And the other side of the coin is people grabbing on you, people tugging on you, people trying to get close to you, you being responsible for so many different things that you never even thought you're gonna be responsible for, right? And then you get to the point where it's like, all right, I created the intention for me to be what I would say free in life, right? So I can be explorative, so I won't be locked down by conventional, conventions in the world. But here I go, I'm locked down by my own invention.
Yes.
By the intentions that I created, now it has placed me in a nice little bubble, right? And it's like, okay, how do I scurry out of this bubble on a Tuesday at 4:00? I got some things I want to do. I want to, take some time for myself. And that's one of the things with intentions. That's why when you see all these different people that they proclaim to be, superstars and things of that nature, you see that these people live a robotic lifestyle. Like most of them is constantly in that same arena. Even if they doing other type of business practices, they're really not known for anything else other than that basically primary role that was connected to their true intentions in life. So that's what people actually understand them for. So that's what they talk about when you get into the space of recreating yourself, right?
Right. Right.
It's
right.
Yeah. So
And
it's like,
that,
it's shaving off some of those intentions. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you create an intention that's pertinent for that time period, right? But then it no longer pertinent 5 years later or 10 years later or 20 years later, right? It's like you hold on to it, right? And people hold on to it too. They don't let it go, right? It's
right.
basically like it's like any level of reform. Like if you drug reform, prison reform, domestic violence reform, people know your history. It's going to be very hard to reform in their eyes,
Right.
right? They're always going to find a way to reintroduce some type of old semblance of who you are, who you were back to you, right?
That's
So
right.
you never can actually escape this basically diabolical, existential track that we actually on, because we all existing. So because we existing, we can't escape the things that take place in life.
That's right.
We can't remodel them. We can't go back, and say, I should have snatched her hair instead of snatching her shirt. I might have won the fight. Like, no, you lost the fight, bro. Like, it's over, right? Get over it, right? So it's like, getting caught up in the perpetual nature of who we are is one of the greatest beauties about who we are. Like, it gives us our substance, it gives us our beauty, right?
Yes.
But it's also it's also that, that thorn, it's also that thorn that's in the side, because there's other things that come with that,
Right.
so
Right.
So many people speak about, being millionaires or being famous. I don't want to cut you off, sister. It's like,
No, go ahead. You're right into it.
Yeah, so they talk about being rich, being famous, and they share all these different dreams with other people. How are you gonna be able to do this, and how are you gonna free yourself from this, and how are you gonna free yourself from that? But no one speaks about that backstory, right? No one speaks about how men have been destroyed because of their intentions. How women have lived short lives because of the intentions that they actually pursued, right?
And you know what, Nathaniel, when I was thinking about this, and I was looking add it also on this, that intentions can be like a foundation. You know, you build this foundation, and what goes into this foundation, the intent that you have as you're building this foundation. What is it based on? What is the reason why I intend to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
What I intend to be famous. I intend to live in this big house. I intend to drive this big fast. But what's the motivation behind the intent?
Yeah,
Is
see that's what, yeah, because that's what's going to trap you in on the back end. This is why I say we create our own boxes, and then we enter those boxes and we close the door behind us, and we place all these different slam locks behind us in the door because we don't want no one to come behind us to mess up what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because basically our intentions is basically only self-centered. It really a lot of
yes,
times doesn't include anybody else. It
that's
only
right.
includes you, right? So that's why when you go into this box that you have created for yourself, this magical box, because this box has to be magical, because once you go in there and you believe in your hearts of hearts that when you come out this box, you're going to be so explosive. You're going to be such a great person, right? Everybody going to want to know your name and all these different type of things
Yes,
that's going on, right? And then you lose yourself, you know what I'm saying, in this makeshift reality that basically that you created for yourself, right?
right.
And it's because a lot of times the intentions are not placed on the table, right? I want to get rich. Yeah, I want to get rich so I can be, you know what I'm saying, like an Epstein, right, as a billionaire and take advantage of young girls, right? So this is why I want to be a multi-billionaire. So, I can give young girls $300 for the night, but I'm a multi-billionaire. Things of that
Right,
nature, right? So your
right.
intentions, right, have to be of a purity, right? And it has to be what I would say, as everything that's in the universe, some of the things that we actually intend to do have to become like fleeting moments in our lives. They cannot be things that we attach ourselves to on a perpetual level.
Oh, you are so, Nathaniel, I was just talking to someone yesterday, and they were talking about something that they have lost that's material. And I
Mm-hmm.
understand that it had uh attachment to it because it belonged to their mother. And so I understand, how uh, that emotion comes in there, and you lose that, and you lose it, and you feel lost because this belonged to my mother. I had to say, and I believe, see, whenever we attach ourselves to anything that's material, I don't care what it is, who it belonged to, or whatever, it can actually throw us off to the point where we become so emotional about that thing that we lose sight of who we are because we
Yeah.
have attached ourselves to a thing.
And then you said physical. So I just want to specify that it's also spiritual as well. It's not just physical that we attach our attentions to.
That's true.
We
True.
have spiritual intentions. We actually go into the world and create spiritual intentions. Well, you want to be a pastor, you want to be a minister, you know what I'm saying? You want to play these different clergy roles that actually influence, you know what I'm saying, and change the direction of people's lives, right? And this is a spiritual intention because you know that once you get this certain title, you know what I'm saying, and once you get these certain accolades, that you're going to be in a position to actually alter and curtail the lives of other people,
So, what is your
right?
intention for being there?
See, and that's what it has to be. You have to know, like, what's the intentions that you're going to be there, or you trying to go there to have multiple wives, knowing that you only can have one because you live in America, right? it's just different things that we use our intentions to increase ourselves, and a lot of times the increase is to be above others. You know what I mean? It's not to be on an equal playing field, right? It's to elevate, you know what I'm saying, ourselves. And
Right.
as we elevate ourselves, we're not actually reaching down to bring people up with us. That's why a lot of times these platforms are bare ass. Like no one's on this platform with these people but themselves,
Right.
right? Let me
Right.
toast to myself, right? You know, everything is going to be to myself. I'm going to go out on a balcony, you know what I'm saying, on my 24th floor penthouse by myself and look at the beautiful moon by myself,
Right.
right?
Right.
And these are the intentions that people will create. They would say, I'm a loner, I like to be by myself, right?
Right. Right.
And look at the experience, like even when I watch some movies and stuff like that, where it was a movie I watched where they show a person that passed away, but then they came back, you know what I'm saying? And the person wanted to see, like, who came to my funeral, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who came to my funeral, how did they come, you know, because it's important to me to know, because of my intentions in life to actually build family structures and to build friendships and to build community relations, that
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, I have some type of rite of passage, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to, when I pass away, that I'm going to have a funeral like King David, you know what I'm saying? Or like Elijah, you know what I'm saying? Or like Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Elijah Muhammad, stuff like that. That's the type of memorial service I'm going to have,
Right.
right? And imagine you say, I'm a loner, but you like people, you interact with people, and you was friendly, you help people and stuff like that, and you're able to visit that space where you pass away, and you only see like 3 people at your memorial service,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
See,
Yes.
so now it comes to it now. See, that's the other side of the spectrum that a
Right.
lot of people don't take into accountability, right? It's so
Right.
easy. It's so easy to be alone when you believe that you have company.
Mm.
You understand what
Mm.
I mean? It's
Yes.
so easy to be alone when you believe that you have company, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you got all your little toys and all your little trinkets around you. That's your
Yes.
company,
Yes.
right? You got
Yes.
your feel goods in the refrigerator. You got your ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite meat or your favorite breads and your favorite wine or liquors and things of that nature, right? You got
Right.
all your little money. You know what I'm saying? You got your little
Right.
computer where you can go online shopping or QVC and things of that nature and just buy all type of weird stuff for the house that you don't need, right? These are your little feel goods, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are your companions. So we use these objects that we create to be our
Mm-hmm.
companions in the world.
Right.
These things, these things can get more from us than maybe our own wives and our own husbands, even our own
Right.
children.
And and I think sometimes because the world that we live in is a world filled with distractions, distractions away from getting to the core of who we are. It distracts from, you know, like as you said, all these little trinkets and things that we devote our time to. We're putting time and energy into that, but sometimes we don't really even take the time, because we do have all of these things, to actually be alone. you know
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
people are afraid to be alone, and where they
yeah.
have time to actually think.
Yeah,
If you
that's
are,
true.
yes, I
I mean, because
know.
the world moves so fast, right? That a lot of times before you look up, when you make a hiccup of a decision in your life, you look up and it's 5 years later. 10 years later, and you're like, wow, that was a long lasting hiccup, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even believe, you know what I'm saying, that it took so long for me to see or come out of this certain space that I may be in, right?
Right.
And this life has so many tricks to it, right? In the form of lessons that is imperative that us as people point out different things to one another to sharpen each other as we walking through the land, right?
Right.
And these
Right.
are one of the things that is actually lacking in our communities, these sharpening tools of principles, of values, of morals, you know what I'm saying, of substance that's not in our communities. So as we're moving through our communities and we have these intentions already instilled within us because of the practices that we're practicing or the path that we actually sought out to take. But we leave all those things inside of ourselves. You know,
And
they
and
don't want to
and
hear what I gotta say.
right. And again, when we say something or when we go into our communities, what are our intentions when we engage with people? You always talk about Nathaniel, and this is so and I admire this about you, about how you are always engaging with people in your community. You go, you're out, you walk, you're on the subway and all, and you're always engaging with people. And I love the stories that you tell, because in your engaging with people, you I feel that your intention is to bring some light into people's lives.
Yeah, that's all about. That's all it is. It's nothing else. It's because you don't want to see the loss of life, even even though you never saw that life, right? So people, even though you don't know that life, people don't really look at things on that level, right? And our intentions as being humans, is to ensure that our humanity, even when we're no longer here, exists in the world, that it continues, right? Because what we had the right and the pleasure and the glory to experience, others should also have those same connotations for their lives, those
Right.
same motivations for their lives, because we have been able to tap into the cortex of life and experience it, regardless if we felt that we have created grave errors through our experiential journey, right? Regardless if we came out here and did despicable things to one another, right? All of those things that take place are lessons for the continuation of our lives,
Right.
right?
Right.
And this part of the life spectrum is basically what you would say, that cocoon, you know what I'm saying, that cultivates the caterpillar before it bursts out into a butterfly, right?
Right. Right.
Is that, or is that honeycomb, you know what I mean, where the bees is up in there putting magic, you know what I'm saying, and that's in our honeycomb. I could just come by and just swipe my little finger and get a taste of sweetness. I'm on my little journey, right?
Right. Right.
Little pleasures that actually took place, that actually been given to us as gifts into the world.
Right.
And those same gifts, they must resonate as a component for humanity to exist, right? The
Right.
universe needs to understand that you are still an asset
Right.
for existence, right? We
And
run
and it's
around
seeing
these
others as an asset. It's
yeah,
seeing
because see, and that's the whole thing. Is the separation. It's like, when you ever did a social experiment of you in correlations to the other nations? Have you ever deliberately did a social experiment to see, you know what I'm saying, the type of interactions that take place naturally in the land. You know what I'm saying? Under unnatural gods. Unnatural gods is the laws, is the prejudices that they have, is their cultural differences that they have created. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is the religious connotations that they actually instill within one another and brainwash, you know what I'm saying, for individuals to not become free and independent thinkers.
Right. Right.
So when you go into society and you're on a train, like yesterday I was on a train, I'm sitting on a train by myself. I got a seat right there, it's wide open. You know, you got 4 Chinese women come on the train. The one didn't want to sit next to me, so none of the other ones sat next to me. But when a space opened up for all 3 of them, or whatever, sit together, that's what they was able to do, right? And at the end of the day, this is the same population. People may say, I want to feel safe when I'm in a community, but I want to feel safe when I'm in a community too, right? Your windows do not allow me to feel safe, right? You don't have to directly say anything to make me feel unsafe. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading the vibrations that's around me. I see the energy that's around me. Right. So it's the reality of forgetting how to live on purpose that has been instilled within this society.
Right. And that's why when I think about intentions as a foundation, and I look at myself and I say, okay, what are your intentions based on? The intentions that you have set for your life. And as you said, as we go through life, you know, we may have to kind of alter some things and be flexible about changing some things. But our base foundation, what is that built on? And I was thinking about all of my intentions and how they are formed. And it has not always been my intention. This is something that in my starting to learn who I am and who my creator and my mission in life, then that has formed my present day intentions, and they're based on love. It's based on being inclusive.
And I was reading yesterday, I picked up this book yesterday, and I actually want to share the title. So Jeannie, you speak to I'm gonna get this book because I want to share this title of this book, right?
Okay. And while we wait for Nathaniel to go get the book, I just will continue to expound on what I know my mission to be in life. And it is as someone that is a uniter, someone that strive to bring all people together, no matter who they are, no matter what their religion, no matter what their color, because Nathaniel and I talked about this last week about getting rid of all the labels that we have put up on ourselves and understand that it's all about a certain mindset. What is your mindset when you set your intentions? What is your mindset? So Nathaniel is back and he's going to share this book with us.
Okay. Cynthia Water.
Oh. I never know what to expect from you, Nathaniel.
I must mess around, guys.
I never.
So this is the book here. I hope y'all can see it.
What is it?
Hold on. I'm trying to get it to come into the camera. Oh, there you go.
The Subtle Art of Not Get. Woo!
Come on, Jeannie, say it. You know the word. You know the word, Jeannie. Say it. Act like you don't know what that word is.
I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say it. I am not gonna say it. Yes, I do. Hey, Nathaniel, and I may even say it at times. I have been known to say it.
This might have been a good time to say you might have went viral. You know what I'm saying? But no, don't worry about it. You got
Oh
another
yeah,
chance later
I know
on.
I would go. Yeah,
Right through the roof. But yeah, that's
it wait,
yeah,
it rhymes with suck.
yeah. Duck, right? The subtle art of not giving a duck, right? So you know what I'm saying? Just for promotional purposes only, right? But
Yeah.
it's and yeah, guys, make sure y'all subscribe to the Data, podcast. We are on YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, Spotify, Google. You can look for us anywhere, and you actually find our podcast. It's
Yes, and please subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel. We are really striving to grow, and with everyone's help,
yeah,
and you may even hear me throw out a duck word every now and then.
yeah, because we actually going to do a tutorial with you guys on actually start a podcast and what it actually takes to start a podcast, so y'all can see, behind the scenes, basically what it is. This takes dedication and purpose. It's a part of what we're doing right now, part of our intentions, right?
Okay, so
So
tell me about the
yeah,
book. Tell
yeah.
me
So the
about.
book, the subtle art of not giving a duck, and this book is by Mark Manson. So this book actually is saying things as far as the reverse. It's basically saying that everything that we strive to actually get is on the opposite end. So basically what it's saying is like, if you striving for peace, that means you don't have peace. If you striving for love, that means you don't have love. Right?
Mm,
So all the things that you actually go out there to strive for, right, with your full intentions, mean that you're striving for them because you don't have it.
okay,
It's something that's it's not there, right?
right.
So it's basically like it was saying like the basically the laws of metaphysics was actually shown as far as when you get to a space when you care about everything, right? Like when everything in the world becomes so important, you got to put everything in its place. Everything got to have its place, right?
Mm-hmm.
That world is something that you're trying to control. You're trying to master this world. You're trying to dictate, what I'm saying, this environment that you have. It could be a mansion, a penthouse, it could be a one bedroom, but you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
master this space. And it's saying that the more that you're mastering it, trying to master it, the more that it's controlling you. Like
Okay,
you're
okay.
actually not the master of the situation anymore. This environment is the master of the situation because you have to, it's going to ensure that you have to put everything in its place. You know what I'm saying? Because now this is what your duty is, right? You created this duty for yourself. But it was
Okay.
saying when you get to a point where you're saying, like, man, I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is coming on me. I'm not trying to put anything in place. I don't care about that. I'm out of it. I don't give a duck about it. I'm finished with it. And it says that's when everything will start falling into place. Right?
Okay, now I was listening to this speaker and it was along the same lines. And I found it very interesting because it's totally opposite from, as you said, what we're usually taught as far as the
Mm-hmm.
law of attraction
Yeah,
and
yeah.
right, and how
That's
we
right.
bring these things into our lives is, through, if you really truly understand what the law of attraction is.
Action is. That's right.
Right. So, and this speaker was saying somewhat the same thing about if you have something that you have been, say, focused on, and that you have said, this is where I am going, and this is where I desire to be, and all your focus is placed on that until you can really let that go and start just living and start just uh, enjoying where you are at the moment, and that's when those things will start coming to you. When
That's
you
right, because
don't,
even when you, that's right, even when you don't pursue them, they come to you. Because even as they say you pursue it, and even when you get there, you're not going to get there. You're not going to be there. The reason why you're not going to be there, because you push the envelope. You brought yourself into a space too early, and now you don't know what to do. You didn't go through all the different examples and the different lessons that you had to learn to ensure your longevity when you go into a space. See, a lot of times you can peek your head into the room, but that doesn't mean you're going to actually stay in the room. So you want to ensure that when you actually get into that room, that you create a longevity presence for yourself, right?
right.
Because it would make no sense to go through all that time and all that trouble, all that heartache and pain to get to a space of your intentions, not to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right?
And you
It
know,
would
and that
actually
is
make no
so
sense.
true. And I want to say this because I always look at me whenever I'm talking about something. I always look at my situation. And I was just talking to someone today, and you were talking about my books. But my intention, really, when I started my business, Freedom to Live, my intention was to become uh, a motivational speaker. That was my intention. I never intended to write books.
Mm-hmm.
I never intended to write blogs. I never in those that was not my intention. But in order for me to reach that goal that I have of being up there on that same level with Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins and all those people
Yeah,
that are up there
yeah.
doing all those, you know,
Les Brown, Les
yeah,
Brown, these
Les
guys, them
Brown
girls.
and
I ran into a guy yesterday. He's a motivational speaker. I think his name was Rob Brown or something like that. I met him from Facebook. He's a motivational speaker. But it's
right.
just so many, and motivational speaker, and that's one of the things too to commend yourself on too, because motivational speaking is one of the most feared occupations in the world. You know, people
Okay.
are afraid to speak in front of other people.
Right.
So
And so
if this
yes.
is something that you have, then it's a gift. It has been given to you as a gift, and you got to use it. There's no like opportune time to actually use our gifts or follow through with a lot of our intentions. Right? There
And you
has to
and
be.
see, and that's you, Nathaniel. You I don't know if you see yourself as that, but you are that also. You are that. You know,
Yeah.
you inspire me all the time. And that's what I had to come to understand, that our creator will give us certain talents, and we may not really understand because we're looking at this lofty. And now I was looking at, I'm up there on a stage with
Mm-hmm.
just millions in front of me, I'm motivating the masses. That's and I'm raking in
Mm-hmm.
all of this millions of dollars as I'm doing it. But what
That's
I
right.
had to
Mm-hmm.
look at, what was my intention and why did I want to do what I was doing? And it came down to, I want to be able to serve humanity, and that may be just one person at a time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it may be just one. So what I intended starting out has fallen into small steps, small baby steps. And so we're talking about and going along the way and falling into along the way, enjoying the moment of those little baby
Mm-hmm.
steps.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I ran into too. It was talking as far as like it's difficult in this society, or it may see even I would say even challenging at times for people to really take time out to find out why they may be going through an experiential moment, right? Because as you're going through your pain, or you're going through your suffering, or you're going through your renewal process, you're peeking outside of yourself and you're watching what other people are doing. You're paying attention to all the little different facets that's moving around you. You know what I'm saying? 100 miles an hour, right? And trying to catch a glimpse of yourself in any of those things, you know what I'm saying, as an identification tool, right? And I think that outside of ourselves, all these different distractions and all these different perceptions that's out there, it robs us of our own perception of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of
Right.
who we are and who we were created to become.
That's
You know,
right.
and because people out here they dying in gangs. I'm pretty sure you wasn't born to die in somebody's gang over a color. I'm pretty sure that's not why you was born, right? But
Right.
I mean, that's up to
That's
the
the
person to
choice you
believe.
made.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
up to the person to believe if they was born to be killed for a color, or to go to prison for a color. You know what I mean? Or to go to prison for a name, or some things of those nature. So, you know, you have to be able to see what those intentions are, right? And a lot of
Mhm.
times, will those intentions, increase you, preserve you, you know what I'm saying, and comfort you, you know what I'm saying, throughout your journey? Or
That's
will these
right.
intentions make it bittersweet for you? Be a
Right.
thorn in your side. You
Right.
never get, a day of rest.
Right.
Yesterday I went to go see my professor, so, I'm taking my master's in public administration,
Give your hand. Ah!
straight to Nathaniel, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I was talking to my professor, um, black woman, young, she probably like, 60, something like that. But you won't know, she's in the prime of her life. She's enjoying what she's doing. She's a professor, at different, colleges and things of that nature. And we just had a moment. We were just speaking about, the different things that take place in our lives. Like
Right.
I lost my mother. She just lost her husband. And we were just saying that, yeah, those losses are there, but we got to move on. We got to keep moving forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not a selfish thing or even a selfish thing. It's just a part of the process of life, right?
Right. Right.
Life is that process of moving on and moving forward and making
Right.
amends with things that you once had but you no longer have. It may be a thing, it may be a person, it may be a gift, right? But even when it's gone, we can see, wow, I'm still on a continuum, right?
Right.
And that's what makes it important that you're still on this continuum,
Right.
right? No matter money or fame or whatever people seek for in this world, it's going to satisfy the common man,
Right.
right? The
Right.
common man is insatiable, I mean,
Right.
men and women, they're insatiable. They want more,
Right.
They want more. If I take you on a helicopter, the next time you're gonna want to be on a jet. You
Right.
ain't gonna want to
Right.
experience the helicopter twice. Let's go to a jet now. Isn't it around the same price? Right? But
Yes. Yes.
it's like we want more and more and more. And it's not to say that we're wrong for that. We want more because it's in our basic structure of this society. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a physiological level and on a
Mhm.
materialistic level, to desire, and desire and desire. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there's really no cutoff switch for these different desires that we have.
And that's what I
And
was saying, Nathaniel, about taking the time right now to savor the moment wherever you are, like you on your journey towards getting your master's. I mean, that's a wonderful goal. But look at the fact that you had this wonderful conversation with your professor yesterday. That was a wonderful moment to savor as you're reaching towards this other goal and really
Mm-hmm.
being able to enjoy that moment that is taking you towards your goal. And when you were talking about loss, you were talking about losing your mother and she lost her husband. My minister in my mosque, he just lost his oldest brother. And he made a remark today that was so beautiful for us to remember as we lose people in our lives, because he was talking about how uh, it is important that we think about the beauty of that person when they were alive. And we don't dwell on the fact that they're gone, but we dwell on what we gained from them, or what the good times that we had with them, the beautiful things that they may have said that now we can look back on and really ponder on and say, they were, because I do that with my mom, because I think about the things that she said when I was so young. I was so fast, I was just kind
Mm-hmm.
of a little fast thing. And I didn't take time to really listen to the things that she was saying. So now I have this moment where I can really look at that and really enjoy that part of who she was.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We don't know. And that's one thing too about intentions of others for our lives, is a lot of times those intentions do not resonate for many years to come.
That's
People
right.
teach us things or say things to us, or even actually be an example for us, you know what I'm saying? Even pillars in our lives. We don't really understand the lessons of those people until they're no longer here.
That's right.
There's, we're not giving out roses while people are still alive. You know what I'm saying? People got COVID. They got a whole thing of COVID, explosively throughout the land. And you
Right.
don't see people walking around with flowers every day in their hand and get to their loved ones that contracted COVID, right? Or
That's right.
HIV, or any other cancer, or any other diseases that's actually out here, right? This beautiful vibration of love that we have created, you know what I'm saying, through the means of television and things of that nature, right? Are, are not even carbon copies of who we're supposed to be in the world. Right?
Right.
They're not even close. They're not even close. Even the greatest love movie that they have ever created, let's call it the Titanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, still doesn't even come close to the level of love that we actually do possess if we were to tap in for one another. It doesn't
Right.
come close. We don't even
Right.
understand it. That's why we make these fictitious movies, right? Because we're trying to understand love, but not be it.
Oh, wow. That was a heavy statement right there. Understand love, but not be it. Oh, yeah. That is so
See,
true,
this
Nathaniel.
is why we make the abstract. We make the
Yes.
abstract because we know that the love is there, but we don't want to submit fully to the love because it's just like being born. We're not in control.
Right. And that is so true, because I always talk about the love in its purest form is the love that our creator has for us and shows to us on a daily
It's
basis.
evident. It's evident.
Evident the love,
It's
but
evident.
we don't want to give that same kind of love to each other.
No, we
We
won't. No, we won't. No, we won't. Like when they were talking about the Israelites in the wilderness, and the Israelites were saying, you took us out of Egypt to bring us into the desert so we could die. We don't have any food. We don't have anything to drink, right?
How dare you?
The Most High was highly upset. It's like, yeah, he is highly upset, man. he wound up giving them meat because they wanted meat. He was giving them manna, but he wanted giving them meat, right? Because he said they
you
didn't
take this manna. I want some meat.
Yeah, they ain't want the manna. He said this is heaven food. They're like, I don't know what they eat up there, but I don't want none of that. Give me some meat. Where that deer at? Where that deer at? You know what I'm saying? But you know, they was eating the meat, man, and they wound up all getting sick.
And not understanding that the manna was better for them, but they want what, and that's the way we are.
Yeah, because we don't understand the intentions of the Most High, because we can't think like the Most High, and we can't even get closer to thinking of the Most High because we're not bringing our thoughts together in unison, right? We have
and we operate out of emotion. We operate out of
and we're competitive. We're competitive. We're structural, right? We're divisive people in the land, right? It's all type of divisive tools all throughout the land. A man could lose his life in 10 seconds.
I don't like you because you wear headphones. I don't like you because you wear headphones, Nathaniel.
It ain't my fault. Apple made these. I just want to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's like, you know, this society is like, it's just so many things that's being thrown at us that some of these things, we can't take them on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take on all these different things, all these different realities, all these different, you know, purposes they got in the world and cultures. And, you know, I go through the train station, I see this, I see the Jehovah's Witness, and then I see on the other side, I see the monks over there, and they got little stuff on their forehead, and they got little bells. I'm like, come here and come and get enchanted by me type situation. But it's like, you don't know what's out there. You don't know what's out there. You don't know.
You better know your foundation. You better know your intention.
Yeah, you don't know who's out there. So it's like, you know, like, nah, I ain't trying to get caught up in that. You know, don't get caught up in all these different things. Your intentions, they have to be pure, right? For you, but those intentions also have to be motivational tools for you to actually get to certain spaces, but not actually basically evolve your whole life a lot of times in intentions.
Yes, right? and Nathaniel, my reason for sharing my love with you is not to change you from where you are in your space. I'm just trying to bring some light into your space, and maybe by me bringing some light into your space and sharing some of the love, then that will help elevate you on your path, because it's not about me to judge where you are. It's not about me to say, oh, Nathaniel, you need to worship the way I worship. Ooh, Nathaniel, you need, but if what you are involved in is not bringing light, not bringing love, not giving you power, not elevating you, then that's what I'm bringing. But that cannot be forced onto you. That has to be something you embrace.
Yeah. Then, oh man, you know, it's a really enlightening topic that you selected. You know, but it's just the world has its own set of intentions, and then you have your set of intentions, you know, and it's like finding that balance, you know what I'm saying, with this world, you know what I mean, you know, with yourself, and not, you know, sacrificing yourself for whatever intentions that you may be aspiring to, right? You know, if your intentions is to be a movie star, you know, yeah, go be a movie star. That's something you want to do, but, you know, don't sacrifice, you know, your morals. You know what I'm saying? Don't sacrifice your body and all these different things so you become a movie star, and then later on,
because
like, oh
that's
my God,
darkness. That's darkness.
That's darkness. Yeah, you know, yeah.
We want to stay in the light.
you want to stay in the light. So if I can't make it the way I'm supposed to make it, then I just can't make it like that. Then I might have to find some different intentions. You know what I mean, for my life. You know,
And Nathaniel,
it's
if you want to be a movie star, just an example that what you use. If you want to be a movie star, but you go out there and the only kind of parts they're offering you are parts that would take you down a trail of degradation and lower your standards. How about you just developing your own movie? It may not
yeah,
be on the same level
yeah,
as
that's
what.
right. You know, write a screenplay and put yourself in a screenplay, right?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure you're gonna give yourself a nice role, right? You know what I'm
the
saying?
star of the show.
Yeah, hopefully, right? You might even be the janitor, you know. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at
Hey,
least you're
the
in the
janitor
movie. At
might
least you're
have
in the
all what's
movie.
going on. That
Hey, you might know karate.
yeah. But what I'm saying is
Yeah,
that
but I get it.
sometimes that's how we limit ourselves. We think
Yeah,
we have to fall into what other people are doing in order to reach the where we want to go in life.
yeah,
And
because the process of basically the elements, you know what I mean? Basically how everything has been created. You know what I'm saying? Like it's this competitive nature for society where you feel like I have to live like this person, or I have to accumulate this too before I die, or accumulate this, and and yeah, we all to strive to achieve great and wonderful things in our lives, but not at the sacrifice of who we are. Because if you die at 30, you won't know what it is to live like at 60. You know what I'm saying?
a
So it's like,
75.
or 75, right? You know what I'm saying? See, so it's like this is the intentions too is for our lives is to be a continuum for ourselves, and also for those that's connected to us that we're going to actually be behind. Like, what is that continuum? You know what I mean, for their lives when it's time for us to transition and move forward,
Right, right,
right?
right. And
And
and and knowing that, and again, I'm gonna say this about where I was aspiring to be, like being up there, with those great
mhm,
motivational speakers. I know that the feeling that they have can be no more than what I'm experiencing, just being
that's
able
right.
to live in the same space with you and talk to you, Nathaniel. I know
That's
that.
right. That's right. Go get it. Go get it. They're gonna call you after this show, right?
Oh, see what I'm saying? See
That's
what
it.
you
I put
see
it in,
what
put
kind
it
of
in the
energy you.
universe. Yeah, I put it in the universe. Here I come. Here I come. Everybody talk about that girl Lola. Here I come. But apply it to
I,
your life too. I'm coming.
and I'm going to tell him, no, my partner has to come with me. We are a
Uh
package. We
you
are
got
a
now. You
package.
gotta you gotta open the door and then you push me in. See, that's how you do it. You gotta get in the door first. You people are weird. You gotta get into the door.
No, but I have your
You know what I'm
hand,
saying?
Nathaniel. I have your hand when I go through the door. Hey, unless you come with me, the door will
Yeah,
not close.
I'm here. I definitely get it. I'm definitely here. But yeah,
So,
guys, we are out of clothes,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. And
I'm Medaya, our weekly podcast. I'm actually thinking about, doing it probably 2 or 3 times a week. But, I got my school and stuff going on too. But I think I'm going to push it in there and give me a way to break the monotony. But, let me know if y'all guys interested in hearing more from us throughout the week. Subscribe to us, connect with us. And we here to do what we came here to do. Spread the love, spread the joy. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can help create these new leaders that's out here that's emerging. You know what I'm saying? That need to pop their head out.
yes, yes. Thank you everyone for being here with us today. And I pray that we have helped to clarify intentions and exactly what they are, and have you start really thinking. So that's one of the things that we aspire to do, is just have people think,
Yeah.
broaden your
And write us about
thinking.
it. Write us about the
Yes,
intentions. Write us
yes.
about whatever topic. If you want to see a topic, write us, let us know. We explore that topic. If you want to actually come on as a guest, let me know. But Jeannie's the gatekeeper, so you got to go through her first. But
See, on that note, since I'm the gatekeeper,
I got to end with a bang, guys. Right? Boom!
oh,
It's over.
Since I'm the gatekeeper, we're going to bring the show to a close with a
you're a party
nice.
pooper.
We're gonna go into a nice, calm space, a space that Nathaniel. I don't know where his space be, but I'm gonna try to bring him into our space of calmness.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that piano space over there you got.
Calm, Nathaniel. Close your eyes, Nathaniel. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And wherever you may be, if you're in a safe space, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Take a deep breath to the count of 4. Let it out through your mouth like you're breathing through a straw. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. A deep breath and let it out slowly. Relax the top of your head, your face. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax. Relax your arms, your fingers. Relax. Moving on down your body, breathing deeply, letting it out slowly. Down your legs, relax. Relax your calves. Relax your feet, your toes. Wiggle your toes. Relax. I'm going to count backwards from 5. We're going to take a deep breath and let it out slowly, relaxing our muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
You gotta stop doing this, Jenny. You put me to sleep.
I know.
It's too early for that.
Peace and blessings, everyone.
And blessings. Peace and blessings, guys. Yes,